How now 308? Well, they added XP. They added XP in the menu. They added a bunch. They added 2 new attributes, which I got a max. The 30 XP. Also, hello. Hello, Nemenya. Not much. Not much is up. What's up with you? Need 20 more hummingbirds. Hey, Apple. Hey, Apple. Hey, Apple. Grinding for Hyperion. That's tough. That's rough. I wish you luck. What was I gonna do? Can I make you? I don't know if I can make you. I have some refined. Maybe I can. Ooh. Oh, sick. Sorry, I didn't mean it. What didn't you mean? What didn't you mean, Danimo? My message got filtered. Your message got filtered. I'm sorry to say. It brings me no joy. But it did. It did get filtered. It did. It did. Oops. He's gone. Where'd my boy the magma boss go? He disappeared. There's nothing left of him. Why am I taking damage? I'm on fire. That would explain it. Why are you biting your nails? Don't bite your nails. That's not good. Don't do that. Speaking of nails, I got them done. I got them done. I don't have the design on my ring finger anymore. Sad, but I got them cleaned up. I think they look good now. Got a slightly different color, very similar though. Cause I'm going on to visit family, and so I gotta be looking. I gotta be repping the classic. Any hummingbirds? Ooh, someone sold me 1 hummingbird. Let's go. Hello, Lyra SkyBlock Ava. Is that my nickname? TJ Henry Yoshi. If I'm known for one thing, it might be SkyBlock, so. Good morning, Lyra Windcraft Ava. I don't play Windcraft, though. I don't play Windcraft. Hello, Chosen One. Violet Lamb 93. Yo, you're Violet Lamb 93 now? I thought you were 31. Have you tripled your number? Good morning, Lyra. Bad taste in Power Orb skins. It's the best Power Orb skin. Like, it's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even a competition. That's the crazy thing. Had to disassociate from Yan. Oh yeah, Yan 31. XP Hunter Extraordinaire. Even more AP than OJK. Actually, no wait, did the new update for SkyBlock AP fix that? Is my goat OJK back on top? Where that? Bro. Also, Andrew's above Yan. Oh, true. Being on top is fun. I know that's a sex reference. I would love to know your thoughts. Well, I don't know actually. It's probably not. Oh my god! Oh my god! He is the best take. Oh my god! Dude! Dude! I love this guy. Dude. Yes. Incredible taste. You're the one good Iron Man. You're the one good Iron Man. You know that? We found him. What is sex? I don't know. I've been meaning to learn. How did that not get censored, but something like saying WTF full out gets censored? I don't know, man. I didn't make the censor. Okay? You'd have to take that up with Jane YouTube. Oh, that's fine. I'm taking so much. I'm taking infinite damage. This platform is not real. It's right here. It's right in front of you. Okay, I have faith in my Iron Man friend. You can do it, Iron Man friend. I'm gonna go kill Mage Outlaw, but you got this. Swearing is bad? That's true. That's true. No one under the age of 18 knows how to swear or what a swear is. So please don't expose them to it. Speaking of not real, I called some guy on the Hypixel SkyBlock subreddit not real, and I got 90 upvotes, and he got 90 downvotes. I had to leave r/Hypixel SkyBlock because it's always like the most. I mean, it's a problem because it's always the most brain dead takes. Plus, everyone is like 9 years old, so it's just bad for the mental. I had to leave it alone. I had to leave it alone. That's why it's funny. I love that it's funny for you. You know what? You found something that brings you joy, and I love that. Everyone on Scoreboard is wrong about everything. I know they're wrong about literally everything, and then they're also like assholes about it, and that's the worst, because they have the confidence of a knower, but they are an unknower. They are a not knower. They come into the thing and they're like, yeah, Midas is better than Claymore in Dungeons, idiot. And you're like, what? No, it isn't. Yes. Shout out Hypixel admins for making that a reality. I love that. Thanks, Mommy. Are you going to call me Mommy? I don't know how I feel about that. Why'd you have to rub it in? Because I'm just so happy about it. I'm just so happy about it. Well, not anymore since they buffed Claymore. I know! That's why I'm so happy about it. Oh, man. Oh, what a great day. What a great day for Lyra stocks, dude. My Claymore is best in slot once again. As always, Claymore owners stay winning. And then secondarily, by the way, you know how everyone comes into the chat and is like, I know you say you don't abuse bugs, like instantly killing Ashfang, or skipping all of the progression of a singular boss, but you do use a stonk in dungeons, and that's not intended, even though it's very obviously intended by the fact that it got patched out 5 times and added back 4 of those 5 times. And the admin's like, by the way, that's intended. Dude, it was such a good week for me. It was such a good week for me. Oh my god. Hi bro, what's up my G? Hello, Inspiring Stories. They made the aura of the weapon correlate with the strength of the weapon? Yeah, I think so. Midas is negative aura, and Claymore is infinite aura, so I'm glad that, like, that finally, like, the damage is reversed. There's not been a single mage I've talked to that disagrees with my take to revert Gilded. Okay, I'll be the first. I disagree with you. Not just because it's funny. Not because I actually think you're wrong. Just because I want to disagree. I'm gonna be like the most fun person in a Reddit thread. I disagree. You agreed with me last stream. People change. Sweaty. People grow. I can't with this girl. Heart emoji. I know you love me. This guy's the best streamer. I do my best. I don't think I'm the best though. It's probably just like iShowSpeed is he's pretty entertaining. That's probably it though. I'm number 2. I'm the best, by the way. Nah. Best in slot? Yep, I'm the best in slot streamer. How did Paro steal my number 1? I mean, that's just how it is. It's how the world works. Song by Bo Burnham. Oh. My boss is gone. Zeph is being mean. You know, Zeph is one of those... Her love language is being mean, I think. You know what I mean? You know, some people's love language is like gift giving. Some of theirs is like, you know, time spent together. Zeph's is telling you to kill yourself in an Arby's parking lot. I'm called a tsundere more than I can count. Is tsundere the one... No, yandere is the one where like you want to murder everyone because you love someone so much. What's a tsundere? Tsundere. A character personality type characterized by a harsh, cold, or even violent exterior, but with a hidden, warm, and affectionate side that gradually reveals itself over time. You think that's an inaccurate description of you? Bye, Paro. That's so me. Me when I see a picture of myself. That's so me. My love language is dome. Haha, up top. That's also a sex thing, right? Sorry, I just want to I want to stay up to date, you know. Where should I be positioning my Eagle Artillery? That's not real. Eagle Artillery isn't real. I thought we talked about it earlier. Opposite side of town hall, opposite side of the... Oh my god. Okay, there's metas. People are aware of the metas of the Eagle Artillery and an object that does not exist. That's crazy. We just know. I'm shaking my head in real life. I know you can't see it, but I'm shaking my head in real life. Oops. There I go. Position it where it makes you the happiest. So that's not a sex thing, even though it sounds like it. Right? It's not? Wow. Lyra, rate my base. I think it looks great. I don't know anything about Clash of Clans, so I don't know if it's good. But I think it's great. I've been spreading kindness recently. That's so wholesome of you. You're just spreading kindness? Pull it up on stream. Hi, I'm New. Hello, New. I know your name is Billy, I know, but welcome in. Welcome to the stream. You're allowed to be new. Everyone was new once. You know what I mean? Okay, everyone, this is Zeph's base. How do we feel about it? So I'm going to let you know what I know. I know this. Like, you see that? You see those right there? Those are elixir pumps. I know that. That's how you get your elixir. And then this is like where you store your elixir. Same with the gold mines. These are walls, although it's a level of wall that I don't know. I don't know what that building is. I don't know what the building with like the soccer ball on top of it. I don't know what that is. What the hell are these like PNG roads on the side? What the hell is that? That's the town hall. That's the town hall? What the hell? Nah, man. I don't know about this one. I'm gonna say thumbs down. I don't know anything about it, but I'm gonna say thumbs down. Yeah, everyone's new. I mean, that's the thing, is like everyone is new until they're old. And then when they're old, they wish they were new. That's the crazy thing. When you're new, you wish you were old, and when you're old, you wish you were new. Yes, we got him into the red right there at the end. How long have I been doing YouTube for? I started streaming like 8 months ago, I guess. I did it because I was recording killing Inquisitors to upload Chimera drops. And then I ran out of recording space. I kept forgetting to turn off the recording. And I said, you know what? I should just stream like when I strum my my Celeste Golden runs. And then I streamed. And then for some reason people watched me. And now look at where we are. 1,000 subscribers. That's kind of wild. But like, I don't know. I don't know. I should probably like upload actual videos or shorts, since the one short I uploaded did pretty good. But like, I don't know. I'm bad at this whole YouTube thing. My manager, she's pissed at me. I've been a day one, by the way. So true, so true. Thank you, Billy. Thank you for the support. Of course, Seth subscribed. I sound like such a sarcastic, so true, I'm gonna cry. I'm sorry, it's not a sarcastic. Zeph's been here since day one. Well, I don't know if literally day one, but Zeph's been here since like month one at the very least. Yo, Damien. Welcome back, man. I lied. I think the first stream I joined of yours was your third one. Oh, well then you're like a weak one. That's crazy. Damien subscribed. He's gotta be. He's showing up to all the streams. Whoops. Warp. I'm gonna go to Galatea. I'm gonna break 1 fig log for my 40k daily whispers. Cool. And then I'm going to go to my private island. Everyone is subbed? Yeah, everyone in the whole world is subscribed to me. You joined a stream once? That's true. That's true. So I don't know why I ever did. I don't watch SkyBlock except for Enther. So you just watch trans women, basically, is what you're saying. Show me your island. You can visit /visit space my YouTube name, lyraava. That was before I took an arrow to the knee. Oh, Skyrim reference. Damn, you're cool as fuck. I watch my friends. Aw, that's so nice. I knew we were friends. See, you're such a tsundere. Because, like, you know, you have a harsh, cold, or even violent exterior, but then I think, you know, hidden within that is like a warm, affectionate side that gradually revealed itself over time. Are you a voyeur? Not exactly, I guess. Facepalm is wearing livid dye. Blocked. Whoa, did any of you guys see that livid dye walk across the screen? Oh, man. This is so cool, by the way, Damien. Oh, shit. Hey, Damien. I didn't know your username until just now. Where's your YouTube name from? My name is Lyra, and then my sister's name is Ava. So I merged the two. I went, and now I have lyraava. Oh yeah, there's a new, what? Election. Bum, ba, da, bum, bum, bum. Wow, these are all bad. And that's the story of my YouTube username. Warp. Never heard the name Lyra. Yeah. It's like not common. Parents named you a not common name. They didn't name me Lyra. They named me something else. I've heard it. Yeah. I mean, there are people named Lyra. I know a few others. Why'd you change your name? This felt right, you know? I have my guardian pet out. That's not good. That's not what you want. Wasn't fucking with the old one, you know? It's from a different time in my life. I was a different person then. What was your OG name? Ah, it's dead. It's dead now. It's gone. Reduced to atoms. Fortnite Season 1. Yep. My parents named me Fortnite Season 1. Her OG name was Ball Guy 47. That's true. Yeah, my my OG name was Ball Guy 47. Then it was Hugo Rio 6. Why don't you like your old name? Well, you know, it was from a different time in my life. I have cooked 3 rooms, which hurt my hands. What is cooked? You've cooked a room? How does that work? It's her? Yeah, I'm trans. I use she her pronouns, and I'm on HRT, but like I still have like a kind of masculine voice, so it's a little confusing, I guess. And that's why I changed the name. Pretty much, I think if you meet a Lyra, like, they're gonna be trans. I thought you were a guy. Yeah, a lot of people do. I mean, I thought I was too for like 22 years, and then, you know, shit happens. You're trans, unsubbing. Ah, yeah. Zeph didn't know. Now Zeph knows. I don't think I got it. I don't think I got him. That sucks. It's gonna be plus 25%, and I'm gonna cry. Kid named Lyra. I genuinely don't think I've ever DM'd you a clip of the 3 rooms. Okay, hold on. I'll watch it in a sec. I don't think. Oh no. No, the woke mob is canceling me, man. The woke mob was canceling me. What the hell? Alright, I'm back now. The woke mob isn't canceling me anymore. How long did it take you to change your gender? I mean, it depends on who you ask. 'Cause like to some people, I haven't changed it yet. And really, it's just kind of like a button flick, you know. Just kind of like, all right. And then you do a lot of stuff to affirm that. So it's been a process. It's been like 2 years of active work. About 5 minutes, yeah. Yeah, you're still a guy. Well, some people think I'm still a guy. I don't. But I can't really control what other people think. Didn't know Billy decided gender. Well, technically you can. Whether that be ethical is another question. I guess I could in theory control what other people think, but like in general, I don't. Oh geez, here we go. This is how it happens. This is how it happens. Are you psychic? Nah, I'm more physic. Oh, you said physic. Yeah, I'm physic. I'm physical. I'm a bit of a material girl in a material world. You know what I mean? You know that we are living in a material world. Hi, bro. I'm new. Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. Love to see new faces around here. Personally, I'm just gay. Gay isn't a gender. Gay is a sexuality. They're different. Sorry, long shot at the Nothing Factory today. Brain mush. That's tough. You were at the Nothing Factory? Your gender is lesbian. Can you explain to me? I love to learn. Can you explain to me? I don't know, it just is. Okay, I guess so. I mean, as Zeph likes to say, the first rule of gender is to have fun. Fuck. That sucks. Your gender is woke? Oh. Hi, hello, Lil Gamer. How's it going? Welcome into the stream. I'm killing the magma boss. What's up? Nothing much. I'm killing the magma boss. What's up with you? Oh yeah, shit. That's still what I copied from that, and not what I copied earlier. Everything is good. I love that. I'm happy to hear that. It's better than it being bad. If I had any control over it, everyone would be doing good, but you know, I can't. I don't have control over it. Well, hey, Paro. I think Nazis can rot. Okay, you know what? You're right. There is an asterisk to my thing. Not okay. You're right. With some exceptions, I hope everyone's having a good day. I love playing Minecraft, dude. Me too. I don't know, Zeph. It kind of seems like it, but let's go. Yeah. Let's go. He's got you there, Damien. He said he wasn't a bot. So that's convincing. Well, you're not allowed to lie on the internet. So have you considered that? Lying on the internet is illegal. Okay, that's a little rude, buddy. I'm trying to... You got me there. Yep. Yeah, people often forget that it's illegal to lie on the internet, so... You opened YouTube waiting for your PC to restart? Hello. More like cringe? I know that's right, or something. Forgot about Internet Liars Convictions Bill? Yerp. Yerp. What's your favorite game except from Minecraft? The game I play the most... That's a toughie. I've sunk a few hundred hours into Celeste. You know, that one's pretty high up there. Play a lot of Geometry Dash. At least I used to. That one's pretty fun. Play a lot of Pokemon, as like my profile picture implies. But that's not really one game. That's like a lot of games. Demon like the GD difficulty? Yes. Extreme Demon is in the chat. Pokemon My Beloved. I know that's true. I know that's true. Play Geometry Dash 2? Hell yes. What's your favorite Pokemon? That one's tough, but I have to go Lapras. I gotta go Lapras. Clodsire is close. Gengar is really close. Obviously, Substitute Doll isn't a Pokemon. If Substitute Doll was a Pokemon, then it would be Substitute Doll. Why is it Mimikyu? Mimikyu is not my favorite Pokemon, but I respect Mimikyu's game. Subby for the win? Yeah, yeah. What's the hardest level in Geometry Dash? I don't know what it is anymore. It's probably something crazy. Gengar Peak? I know. My all-time favorite is Slow King. Slow King is pretty good. Kind of fucking with Slow King. Tidal Wave. Oh yeah, Tidal Wave. It's Tidal Wave. Everyone is like, there are too many all-red demons. There needs to be a not all-red demon, and someone made an all-blue demon. I was like, yes! Can you blow up my base again? What about it? This is Zeph's base. How cool is that? Okay, LFL Green Demon soon. Didn't we have Erebus a while ago? What's the hardest level that I beat? Okay, hold on. Add. Window capture. This is my channel. Hopefully you're not seeing anything too important here. If you go to my videos and you scroll down a while, you can see I beat Hypersonic. I beat Hypersonic, when was this? March 10th of 2017. That's the hardest level that I've beaten. The Cold Breaks music? Yes, man. 10,000. Level making seems fun, but so much effort. That's true. Only TH13, that's a crazy base. Is that a joke because of Cold Breaks, Zeph? Oh shit, dude. I love this guy. I was donut walling my clip. Okay, alright, okay. I'm watching the clip. Okay, that's a lot of dream tech that I don't know. Come on, neutral jump. Lily! Neutral jump! Oh my... Oh, no. Okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. What is this crown, by the way? How do I have one before Mia? So the crown is how much YouTube likes you. So YouTube likes you quite a bit right now. Your goat. You get a random amount of XP if you're active chatter, but for some... Yeah. Earlier it really liked me. Yeah, it just likes some people every now and again. How am I #1? I tuned like 30% of streams. You are not the GOAT. You're the GOAT in YouTube's eyes. I think it's per stream. It is per stream. The YouTube crown giver does not consider old information, just new information. I'm 99% sure that if I pop one now, it'll be the eddy of joy and whimsy as opposed to that of agony and despair. Aren't you sober, Amy? Aren't you sober? Don't listen to the call of the void. You know, I mean, unless you want to. I can't really guess for 2 days. I mean, you're on a streak. Call the void, yeah. Strawberry Jam Celeste reference. Is that a map in Strawberry Jam? I don't know. I don't know what an eddy is. An eddy is probably slang for an edible, which is a form of consumption for marijuana. Zero G map? Like you don't, there's no gravity? That's crazy. The formal explanation? Yeah, I'm here to help. 5 days since the last eddy of agony and despair. I mean, Green, you're your own woman, you know? You can do what you want. But like if you're trying to remain sober, then like I agree with Damien. There are areas with no gravity. Interesting. I miss Celeste peak game. You can always play it again. It was on sale for a while. It was 90% off. And I bought it for everyone on my, because it was $2 on Steam. And I bought it for every one of the people on my friends list that had both A, not logged in for the past, or sorry, that had logged in at least once in the past year, and B, did not own Celeste. It was like, I don't know, like 20 people. And like 6 of them were like, I can't accept this. This is too much. And I'm like, it's $2 for like the best game of all time. You should be like, thank you, Lyra. You didn't buy it for me. We weren't friends on Steam. I'm so torn. Green, you're your own person, but I say stay strong. Stay strong. Torn like the M4 boss? No, that's Thorn. You see this orb here? It's Thorn, or what's left of him. I suppose I should thank you for getting rid of him. Strong like strong dragon? Yes, be like a strong dragon. Imagine yourself as a strong dragon. What would a strong dragon do in your scenario? Imagine myself as a bad dragon? That's a sex joke. I know that one. I'm getting better at spotting them. The strong dragon with 10,000% pop that shit. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this game. That's why you aren't part of the royal family. What? I am too. Superior dragon stays sober. That might be true. Did Thorn ever even do anything wrong? I always thought he was just a silly guy. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. The unstable dragon doesn't know what sobriety is. That's true. Magma boss is so fun, I would have exploded already. I'm having a good time. I'm just chilling. Oh, we're at 420 of the Magma boss kills, dude. That's sick. The old dragon and the young dragon are both sober. And the holy dragon is obviously sober. Or actually, religious people are kind of fucking with alcohol, right? So maybe they're not sober. We forget any? Protector. You forgot Protector, I think. With the way the Young Dragon be moving, I'm not too sure they're sober. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Ah, Fungus, Chungus, Bungus. Young Dragon is zoinked, bro. Isn't Zoink the guy who verified title wave or whatever? Oh, man. Someone went and killed all my bosses. But not the Magma boss. You guys are right about the Young Dragon? I mean, we kind of are, you know what I mean? Like, all the time on everything, pretty much, I would say. Forever. Unstable Dragon cheating by using blink and teleporting? Yes. Yeah. How many asses and armor is necessary? 3. What class? 3. Don't listen to the controversy. Masters and armor are cosmetic, but just get 8-star. At least it's not that expensive. The rare good take from Zeph, dude. That's crazy. Rare? Yeah, rare. They are rare. They're few and far between. You have to celebrate them when they're around. I'm gonna cry. Don't cry. Oh no. Not what I wanted to do. Average lyra fail. Shh. Life expectancy of doom. Exactly. Made my own coal route yesterday, and at least for me, it's like 50% better than the public ones I've tried, so it's going to be wealthy. Dude, you're getting wealthy. Can I build magma cubes with you? Alright, just remember to leave the lobby once the magma boss is dead so that I can join a new crimson lobby. Going to woggle you off a bridge? What the hell? It's mean. Oh, someone texted me. I didn't get a Lucy joke. It's my bad. Tommy is always mean to me. Sorry. Don't be mean to Zeph. Hold on, I'm gonna go full, like, guy holding two swords. Leave the chatter alone. You should spend all 1.9 bill on cookies. Person who is a consultant for Crumble Cookie. I don't know. I don't know. That one was bad. I'll show myself out. Oh shit, someone sold me a hummingbird. Oh shit, there are people down here. That means I can go kill other bosses. I gotta read in-game chat. I think I missed something. Oh, it's not up. I can't see what I missed. Did Beck say anything? Dubai chocolate matcha labubu crumble cookie rave? What? Okay. Okay. Dubai chocolate is a chocolate. I know that. Labubu is like a stuffed animal, I think. Matcha is a flavor. Crumble cookie is a brand of cookies. Rave is like a where you go to get down with it in a mosh pit. Travis Scott, he's a rapper. I know that one. I've seen 2 clips of NL doing the Labubu stare and it's genuinely kind of unsettling to see. What the hell is a Labubu stare? None of these words are in the Bible. None of these words are in the Bible. Labuboid? A labuboid. Am I going crazy? Jesus had a 24 karat labubu. What is happening? I love 24 karat labubus. What the hell is a 24 karat labubu? What did I just hear? I know, I'm going crazy. Also, anyone want to do Magma Boss? Labuboid is a slur for Labubu havers. We're making slurs now? When Jesus stood up in the cave, Young Thug Hot started playing. I don't think that's true. Pretty sure that's not true. Would you ever let your kid date a clanker? I mean, so you're asking me if I would condone my child being in a relationship, romantic relationship with a robot? Is that the question? Is the robot a baddie? That is an important answer to the question, but I just want to make sure I'm understanding the question correctly. It's like an Emma Stone. Yeah, I mean, for me that's not an important thing, but maybe for my kid that would be important. I don't know, it's my kid. It's not really up to me what my kid does. My kid could be like, Mom, I'm gonna, like, this cardboard cutout of Hatsune Miku. I'm, like, deeply in love with it. I'd be like, you know what? I can't, basically, like, I'm watching them, I'm watching my kid, they're on, like, a carousel, and it's just spinning around and around and around, and there's nothing I can do about it. The only one that can stop the carousel is my kid, and so I'm not going to try to get my kid to stop the carousel, but I want my kid to know, if they ever get off the carousel, I'm waiting there. And I'll say, like, I'm glad you got off that carousel, kid. But they got to make that decision for themselves. I can't make that decision for them. If your kid is dating a chopped clanker, then that reflects pretty bad on you. Does it? I don't know. Maybe it does. I don't really see why it's important, though. I gotta control what my kid does because I don't want to look bad at the, like, the country club. That sounds like a lot of work. My kid's like, thinking about becoming a mechanical engineer, and I'm like, no! No child in mine is gonna be a fucking mechanical engineer. You're gonna go electrical or nothing. Okay? Like that. That seems like a lot of work. I don't know. No child of mine will play Hypixel SkyBlock. That's kind. That one's kind. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine having children. Yeah, I mean, most of this is theoretical. I don't think I'm going to have children, but, like, if I do, then, like, they'll be more important to me than they're hypothetically dating a robot. It's like a wealth thing. Like, wow, your kid can't even afford to buy a nice face for his clanker, you know? It's just, what are we doing? What are we talking about? Ruh-roh. I'm at 4 kills on the same boss. I gotta kill something else. I'm just saying words. I mean, that's pretty much what we're all doing all the time. Aw, man. Boss art phrase is a good point. The point being that if your kid is dating a robot and the robot isn't hot, then you failed. Wouldn't that logic then also extend to humans? And wouldn't that be, like, very problematic? Or is the being judged on looks just a robot thing in this hypothetical future? Oh, brother. Warp Isle. Oh, brother. Please tell me I can kill this thing fast. I don't think I can. Oh, I'm so fucking good at the game. You can't really buy a human in your physical form. Not to the same extent. I mean, like, plastic surgery exists, but don't people dislike plastic surgery as well? They're like, you're not hot, and then someone goes and gets plastic surgery to become hot, and they're like, yeah, but you're not really hot. Humans are weird, man. I love them, but, like, a little odd. I love women. Women are cool. Shout out women. Parents already do that sometimes, just depending on the household. Yeah, I know, but like I don't want to continue the bad. It ends with me. It ends with me, you know? Personally, I'm into no robots. Okay. I think plastic surgery is fine, but most plastic surgeons probably just suck. I don't know. I'm probably gonna get plastic surgery at some point. So like, I hope they don't all suck. Non-sentient robots won't revolt. It's true. That's so true and real. I'm good on the robots thing. I'm kind of chilling with them, you know? I don't got a problem with it. Me personally, I'm not gonna date a robot. Oops, ouch. But like, I don't know. Isn't it already a thing? Aren't people already like dating chatbots? Isn't the future now? Got slam dunked by Malab cubes. We did get thrown into a locker by magma cubes. That was kind of rough. I didn't like it. Play the visual novel Valhalla. No, I don't know. The only visual novel I've ever played is Super Mario Odyssey. Am I right? Oh man, there's so many cutscenes. +2, Lyra, +2. There are, and there's actually issues with some of those chatbots. Well, yes, I'm not a super big fan of the chatbot being like, I love you so much, now please, like, insert horrific crime. Not really a fan of that. But, like, just to be clear, I'd also be against a human relationship where one of the partners said, I need you to commit a horrific crime for me. Robots in that game are like more likable than the humans. Well, humans are kind of unlikable is kind of the problem. It's fine with attractive people telling me the most optimal way to ruin my life. Is that a thing? Are people like willing to be upset with their lives as long as the person that's making them upset is attractive? Can you please help me think of household objects beginning with the letter K? Most of them begin with the word kitchen. Kitchen sink, kitchen sink, pretty much just the sink. pretty much just that. Most definitely, but you know, the studies are around people who look to automatons for that kind of thing. Yeah, I know. Need a goth girl to ruin my life. Wouldn't you prefer a goth girl to, like, support you? Version of me that makes bad jokes. Oh shit. Paro, get in here. Dude, that's like a speed run. I'm partaking in a scavenger hunt. It's pretty much just kitchen. Version of me that makes bad jokes in YouTube's stream chat is okay with it at least. I think if you're at a point in your life where you are so starved for attention or human contact that you have tricked yourself into having real deep human emotions for a large language model that is just predicting the next word in the sentence, then you should probably seek psychiatric and or therapeutic help rather than starting a relationship with ChatGPT 5.0. You know what I mean? You had no kills with your kid dating a cranker. What's the switch up? It's different. The robot that I'm envisioning is not ChatGPT. It's not a predictive text. It's more like a sentient being. And then the only problem, like in my mind, the question would be like, do you want to be in a relationship with a being that looks in all ways human but is not a human? You know? And ChatGPT is not human. It doesn't look like it doesn't walk the walk, it doesn't talk the talk. I'd rather be alone than talk to ChatGPT, but okay. Well, some people would rather talk to ChatGPT. Some people would say, "Can you pretend to be a goth MILF figure and explain to me how to code in Java?" That's some uncanny valley shit there. I mean, that's why it's an interesting thought experiment, I think. If your question to me is like, would you be okay with your kid dating like, you know, chatbot.com or whatever that website was in like 2011, I'd be like, no, I would not. I would probably vie for, you know, some other forms of mediation on that one. Can I ask ChatGPT to be my goth mommy? Yes, you can. And there are like people that have made ChatGPT people that are goth mommies, I think, right? Wasn't that a whole thing for a while? This like AI sex bots or whatever. Again, every human evolution or every human invention becomes porn at some point. You gotta wait a little bit. Maybe trying to see what's going on with my child if they felt the need to do that, because that's not healthy at all. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But like, if we were living in a future where like Selena on the street happened to be like an AI, I'd probably be like, whatever. You know, I'm sure there are a lot of conversations that you'd have to have with Selena about that, but like, pop off, king and or queen. Grok releasing the Anime Girl feature and being #1 on the Japanese App Store in days is pretty funny, to be fair. That is really funny. Also, someone said, yeah, there's significant drop in birth rates. That's like, there's a lot more problems than just the anime proliferation. I think. There's also like the whole phenomenon of needing to work so much that you eventually like kill yourself because you're overworked so much that they made their own little word for like, you got worked to death. The #1 mod on Steam workshop for like 2 weeks for Hearts of Iron 4 changed Hitler to Grok. I mean, didn't Grok call itself Mecha Hitler for a while? I guess I get the bit. Here with tech, we will eventually be living in a cyberpunk world. People augmented AI, pleasure, robot relationships, and virtual rooms, various things. I guess so. The question then, so that's an interesting thought experiment, is like, you know, is that acceptable? I don't really have a problem with it. I have less of a horse in the race than like everyone else, I guess. You know, given that I'm ace, but like, I don't know. You're spearheading towards Cyberpunk 2077 without the cool stuff. That's the shit that pisses me off. Is that like we made AI and then everyone is like, so cool, we made AI. Now we don't need to make art anymore. We can just all work at the factory. And that's the opposite of what it should be. Because I thought like when we made AI, then it would be like no one has to work in the factory anymore. We have more time to go make art. But apparently we're not fucking with that. Is this third? I don't know. I don't know, Paro. I haven't needed to kill another one yet. Like it'll tell you. It'll be like you've killed this boss 4 times in a row, you're not gonna receive rewards the next time. So you know, if you get that message, then go hit Blade Soul. They did reduce workload as well, they just had less people working instead of people working less. Well, yes, but you get my point. My point was that I was being naively, even a little bit optimistic about capitalism, and I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that, because I've lived here long enough to know that it's not going to be good. Allegedly, the McDonald's are pushing some automation stuff to their locations that can reduce the number of employees in each McDonald's by like 90% or something. Yeah, that's fun. Also, like, I'm kind of getting more and more upset at the world that I live in because every time I open my phone, it's like billionaire who made a bunch of money like 60 years ago and has refused to die or pass any of it on says that the next generation is useless and won't do anything and AI is going to steal all of their jobs. And I'm like, buddy, can you shut the hell up? We're pushing for automations so the corporations can continue to make money while the rest fend for themselves. Yeah, but like, do they realize that they're automating so that they can sell to people? The people that are working. If everyone loses their job, no one's gonna purchase McDonald's anymore. The most safe jobs that won't be replaced by AI are the manual labor ones. Yeah, but that's like the inverse of what I wanted to be true. How come graphic designers are like, dude, we can just create you with Dolly now? And then the people making the widgets in the widget factories are like, we need you to be on call 60 hours a week now. I know the answer is that like they were paying the graphic designers more, so they wanted to get rid of them first, but like, it just makes me sad. Motherfuckers in the 70s thought we would be working 20 hours a week instead of corporations just pocketing the extra bajillion% in margins. Yeah, I know, but like, it's just untenable. My favorite fact is like back in 2022, Amazon thought they were going to exhaust the American human workforce at their fulfillment centers by like 2030. Like, they were running their operation in such a way that they literally would run out of humans in America by 2030. And I was like, brother. And then guess what? The stock market was like, it's actually fucking chill, man. Here you go. Here's a $38 trillion valuation. I love you. It's actually mildly not true for manual labor. I'm in manual labor, and in Oregon there are companies that have worked on printable houses, no workers involved. God damn, that's crazy. The one that makes my blood boil every time is Palantir. That one actually makes me so upset. Americans really are like, I hate surveillance states. I hate surveillance states. Also, I am going to put my retirement into Palantir.com. Because surveillance states are bad except when I'm making money off of my country becoming one. I wonder where we would be if Ronald Reagan was never born. Yeah. Good old Ronnie. I can't believe people are falling for the same shit that they fell for back in the Reagan era. Like, it's been, what, like 50, 60 years? And half the country is still being like, dude, I believe everything you just said wholeheartedly, even though it has never worked. People said he was the devil. I hate politicians in government. They're all fake. I'm going to hire a literal actor. A guy whose job it is to be fake to the presidency, because that's how I know it'll be real. They did it with Reagan, and they did it with Trump. That's so cool. So I inherited some films from my family, and there was some of his films before and during presidency. I don't know why that's sent twice either. Streaming tutorial, please. Like streaming? You just gotta hit the start streaming button pretty much. You know, download OBS and then just like hit the start streaming button. Think we would have learned the first time getting an actor for president? You'd think so. History truly does repeat itself. History never repeats, but it often rhymes. I don't think Americans will ever learn. We'd need to have an educational system. instead of the nonsense in place. Yep. I'm so excited when I go to the parks, like when I go to a national park in 2028, and it'll be like, this is Manifest Destiny, where we did a bunch of cool shit, and we were fucking sick, and we nicely asked all the Native Americans to just go away, and then they did. This is NASA. We sent straight white men to the moon, and the only people we used to send them there were straight white men. No one else was involved. Oregon is super bad about it too. Oh yeah. I mean, whenever they run a Republican governor candidate, they like when Newt Bueller was running for a while ago, they were like, he was like, we're 47th in education, we need to do something about it. And then if you go look at his voting records, like, he's voted against every single education bill. Which is kind of like why I hate Republicans so much, because they always complain about a problem and then they do nothing to fix it. They're like, oh my god, America is so uneducated. Anyway, vote for me. Okay, what are you going to do? I'm going to defund the Department of Education. I'm going to get rid of it like day one, but like, you should vote for me. And then apparently 33% of the country's like, dude, that guy, it makes sense. It makes sense. He's kind of onto something. I don't know why NASA's still around. They do shit. They do shit. Just in 2023, they sent up 3 satellites to monitor carbon emissions. Of course, Trump wants them to deliberately crash them into the atmosphere because he doesn't like the fact that we're monitoring climate change, which doesn't exist, but, you know. They're still doing some shit. And they've been doing a lot of shit without funding, which is the surprising thing. Because everyone's like, I hate the government. I don't trust the government to send things into space. You know who I do trust? Elon Musk. I love that guy. SpaceX is gonna win. And then, like, on one of their first missions in this administration, they crashed 3 rockets into the Gulf of Mexico. Sorry, Gulf of America, the Gulf of America. But, you know, I'm sure they're still better than NASA or whatever. Hey, that my message didn't go through? Yeah, sorry. I wish I knew why every message got censored, but I didn't make the censor. I just work here. He doesn't want me to mention people a part of Project Paperclip. I don't know who that is. That's part of the American lore that I don't know. Oh, that one. The one where we, like, gave amnesty to, like, 1 million World War II German scientists because we wanted to beat the Soviet Union to the moon. Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't a great, wasn't a great time. You should definitely do your research on that and you'll see why I'm not for NASA. I mean, that's fair. You're allowed to not be for NASA. Me personally, I'm still in favor of space exploration, even if when its creation or during its creation it did less than reputable things, because that's kind of true for like everything, unfortunately. They still hand the Von Braun Award. Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm less versed in this. Why is your guild mentally insane, Paro? I'll read the Wikipedia page though. I'll give it the old once over. Way too much horrific history there. I mean, you're allowed. You're allowed. I just look at the things that NASA has accomplished versus the things that private firms have accomplished. And the private firms are basically trying to find a way to take billionaires into the basically just trying to take billionaires up into space for tourism. So he was an SS soldier, became the head of NASA. Yeah, no, we did some horrible shit in the Cold War. I mean, this is kind of the thing, and I think this is like, this may be a generational divide, because like, I think most people have agreed the problems in society are like corporations and the government being in bed together, and I feel like my generation places most of the blame on the corporations, while thinking that the government is more likely to act in the interest of its citizenry, whereas the older generations have seen the government be awful and think that it's much more likely the corporations will go under some form of evolution to be more reputable. That's kind of how I've perceived this difference in society. Because you're not wrong. Like, NASA did some awful shit. Most of the government did some awful shit back in the Cold War. But like, even then, I'm still way more partial to NASA existing than SpaceX. And like, I'm not a fan of Nazis. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like them at all. I'm Jewish. I'm definitely not. I had some ancestors in the Holocaust. I'm definitely not like in favor of being like, you know what, those guys are actually okay as long as they're helping us get to the moon. But like, on the other hand, like, NASA or SpaceX is run by a Nazi right now, so like, wherever you look, it's like, oops, all Nazis. So I don't know. I would definitely be in favor of like a UN space exploration rather. We need a new reform group for space exploration. I'd definitely be in favor of like a UN panel on space exploration. China's doing a lot of work in the sector right now. Just kind of neat. Looking forward to meeting the aliens in November. What's happening in November? Another thing Project Paperclip didn't help with there. Well, I mean, that's the world we live in, man. I mean, it's sad, but like, pretty much every institution that exists has a horrendous history. It's not like America has a great track record. Project Bluebeam. Oh my god, I don't know any of these projects. Does surrendering have a second meaning? I don't know what that means. Surrendering means to acquiesce, to give up, right? Yeah. Some dude at Harvard said aliens are coming to Earth in November. Are we still deluding ourselves into thinking that just because you went to Harvard means you're one of the smartest people in the whole world? My mom said they're going to land near us to visit us specifically. Oh, shit. I didn't know you were cool like that. So I think it's pretty legit. That sounds pretty legit. That sounds pretty true. All right, Paro, we gotta kill like Blade Soul or something. I'm gonna go make sure the Magma boss is here. That was 5. Yeah. I'm gonna go kill Mage Outlaw. It's falsely tagging an extraterrestrial or mass psionic event. What does that mean? However, dude is like obsessed with a comet or something that sped up and then said it might be aliens and ran with it. Ah. Religious or godly event. Interesting. I don't know any of the alien stuff with the presidents. I'm boring like that. I also tried setting up the Star Wars bill for defense around the world. Oh shit, like Iron Man. A suit of armor for the world or whatever? Damn. Some of our presidents have a funny history with things around aliens. Yeah, I just think their brains were broken. Basically. Just kind of think their brains were broken. I was gonna do Bogged. Boggeds. I was going to do the bestiary for the Bogged mob, but that's why the stream title is feeling bogged down. But I decided to just finish Magma Boss. Whoops. Why? I don't know. Back? Welcome back. Oh, shit. Clippy. Is that new? I feel like that's a new profile pic. Yeah, Clippy. Hell yeah. Your galaxy probably does work something close to Dark Forest Theory. I don't know what Dark Forest Theory is. There's life all around, but we are so far apart and so unknown we stay away because of potential threat to each other. I mean, the so far apart is definitely true. Everyone assumes that everyone is oops, so they keep quiet. Everyone is ops. That's an interesting theory. I don't hate it. Definitely true in Germany. I think if we had the technology, Britain would want to colonize them. Well, but Britain hasn't been having a good track record. You know what I mean? Like, they had a whole empire. Like, the sun used to never set on the British Empire. Now the sun sets at like fucking 7 p.m. or whatever. They fell off, bro. They fell off. Claiming all this shit for the redcoats. Come on, Green. You can't be doing that. Back-to-back digested mosquito. Jealous. Britain had it coming. Oh, 100 P. No empire lasts forever, except the American Empire. USA. USA. Just kidding. We're going bye-bye like next year, I think. Well, hey, we'll make it to 250. I think. I hope. I don't know. Maybe. Chinese Empire is rising. Yeah, they've been doing a lot of work. They're doing pretty well. They really are. I know. It's around time most empires crumble. Yeah, but I was hoping that like maybe that would be like another generation's fall, not really like problem, not really my problem. But I think it's looking like it's just gonna be my problem, and I don't know. I really love it. If they can keep it up, they can win the energy race. Well, yeah, we're like on the cusp of fusion. We're like on the cusp of nuclear fusion, and then America is like, I am no longer funding schools. Which is a really, really great way to create scientific breakthroughs in your country. Better than UK schools? That might be true, but that also probably is not saying much. I know, Damien, that's the crazy thing. They get funding but don't teach anything. I wish they would teach you to stop speaking in that dumbass accent. You know what I mean? Do I have to do it within my lifetime? I know! And it would be so much better if we could, like, give them some money. But unfortunately, schools are woke. Nuclear fusion has been 30 years away since 30 years. I guess so, but like they're making a lot of progress. They made 2.3 megajoules in a controlled fusion reaction in like a month and a half ago. They're making progress. Do I think it's coming out tomorrow? No. But like it would come out faster if we put any research into it. Wow, Green, I didn't know that. So everything is Albania, huh? That makes a lot of sense to me. Maybe if you use the IRL foraging update. You're going to eat your words in 2073, that's all I'm going to say. Wow, Green, I didn't know. I haven't spent a lot of time talking to modern day historians, so like, you'd know better than me. As long as they don't mess it up and it eats the whole country. Ah, you know, whatever. You gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet or whatever, right? Is that the saying? Alright, make sure you hit Blade Soul or something. Paro. Make sure you hit Blade Soul. Okay, I'm gonna leave now. I don't want to be in that omelet. Yeah. Me neither, but like, small price to pay for whatever. Are you that M5 guy? I guess so. The setup is unable to kill Blade. Okay, I'll go kill Blade. You just stay at Magma Boss. I'm not the only person to have ever played M5, but I have played it the most. But yeah, what's up, Art? I think I remember you. Damn, back to back, huh? Remember watching your streams a while back? Yeah. Well, welcome back. My message didn't show up. I'm sorry, Pirate Plays. In the top left, though, it'll tell you if your message shows up or not. If I can't, if you can't see your message in the top left, that means I can't see your message either. When God created the world, she gave all the land to Albania, but Albania is a friendly country, so it gave land to other countries. That's very nice of them. I think that's true. I think I've read that somewhere. Whoa, I didn't want to open whatever that was. Who says God is a she, her? Me. God is a girl. Wherever you are, can you believe it? Can you receive it? Right? How does that song go? Hello? GU alive. Hello, Marco. Windows error. Bro, it opened Outlook. I don't use Outlook. I don't even know what Outlook is, like mail. That's how it goes. Yeah. Now make it Nightcore. POV still have Windows notification sounds on in the big 25. That's true, I do. Hold on. Average teacher moment. You've clocked me, I guess. Nice going. I was gonna play it, but I don't think I should play it. What did you use for college? What did your college use for email if not Outlook? I don't know, I just use Gmail. You have to use Outlook for uni stuff. Damn, I got out early then. That's good, that's nice. Gmail is crazy. Yeah, I know, it's awesome. It's crazy good. I think I'm gonna play it. You know what? I think I'm gonna play it. No, I don't want to play it. Sorry, I opened it and it was just an anime girl hugging me, and I was like, I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. I can't do that. I can't ruin my recommended with just infinite Nightcore for one bit. My uni uses Gmail. Yes! Cynthia. I mean, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. I'm watching. Oh shit. He's throwing for handle. And emails at 3 different colleges and they were all Outlook. I can't believe they're choosing a worse platform on purpose. Dude, I was actually getting pissed. I was talking to my dad about this and I was like, how come? Because my dad is against the Apple monopoly. He's like, I hate the fact that like you gotta have Apple Music on your Apple phone for your Apple Watch to sync with your Apple AirPods so that you can use like Apple Fitness. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of get that, but then like why are you standing Microsoft? Because Microsoft is like, you got to use Microsoft Windows to use Microsoft Teams so you can use Microsoft Outlook with your Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Azure coding document. And I'm like, it sucks. It's all worse. And the thing is that Apple, like, you know, maybe you're going to yell at me because I know that this is a hot take in 2025, but the Apple ecosystem works. I'm listening to music on my Apple AirPods, and then my phone's on the side of the room. I go to my Apple Watch. I go like, I move the little dial, and it changes the volume of my Apple AirPods. And I'm like, dude, that's sick. I love that. It works just how I want it to. Microsoft is a piece of shit and never works. Microsoft Teams is one of the worst UIs I've ever used. Microsoft Outlook is not good. I mean, it's fine, but like, just let me use Gmail, man. But I get Office 365 for free for my uni? Yeah, they have to give it to you for free, or else you wouldn't fucking use it, because it sucks ass. I would use Google if not. Yeah, because Google's better. Lyra's 6,000th reasonable crash out. Because I live in a world where people are like, you're crazy. Parentheses, here's one of the worst takes I've ever heard in my entire life. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Me too, Wasseroff. Me too. People walk up to me and they're like, Android mogs Apple. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they're like, it's just true, man. Anyway, I'm going to go to my Microsoft Teams now. Still not a fan of Apple. You're allowed to not be a fan of Apple. I'm just over the slander. Every single person that I know that uses Google Maps is like the biggest virtue signaler of all time. They're like, I do use Google Maps because Apple Maps, it's just not that good. And then every single time they're like, Google Maps is a piece of fucking shit. It never sends me to the right address. Also, it doesn't account for time zones, which is a problem when I was on my road trip that went across time zones. That sounds right, Wasseroff. I just get annoyed. I get annoyed. You're allowed to not be a fan of Apple, but don't like gaslight me and tell me that they're like a company that never works and their products are bad. Their products are fine. Depends if you use precise or approximate location. I'm not going to respond to that one. You've stepped on the rake. You provided me the rake to step on, and then instead of letting me step on it, you just immediately stepped on it yourself. That's what happened there. I don't know. I don't think I need to do anything else on that one. They're fine. It's just not worth the up price. That's a reasonable statement. Google Maps is always like, here, take this alternate route to save 10 minutes. Then it takes 20 minutes longer. My mom believes them every time, and I'm always late. Dude, it's so real. I just, oh, man. I'm going to outlaw? Yeah, me too. I'm going to hit the outlaw, and then I guess you can kill it, and I'll kill Magma Boss. In my opinion, Paro, I know you asked. In my opinion, Apple Map clears. Apple Maps clears Google Maps. A lot of people are gonna get upset in the comments about that. They're gonna get upset about that one. And then like maybe 1% of users are gonna say you got to use Waymo. And those people, you should not listen to them. Those people are not real. And you shouldn't listen to people who aren't real. Use what? Yeah, exactly. See, you get it. Or not Waymo, Waze? What is it? Is it Waze? I've never used Apple Maps, so I don't know. I mean, fair, but like... I'm an Apple girly, okay? So like... I guess, you know, like... You know, fork found in kitchen or whatever, but... Whoops. Waze is Israeli, so I do not fuck with them. You did that thing where like you didn't use the correct formula, but you arrived at the correct answer. Because it's on my phone, I've never had issues. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Who is Waze? Waze is another app for getting you from point A to point B. I think it's Waze. Its little like logo is like a happy cloud on wheels or something. Waze. Yeah. I can't use Apple. I have apps for contracting I use that aren't Apple compatible. I mean, fair enough, fair enough. Your company's not fucking with Apple. They got, you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. I tried to stay far away from the Apple thing as long as I could. I just had an iPhone and nothing else. Because everyone in my life was like, really? We're using Apple in the big 2022? We're going to use like... We're really going to use a tech company that has made hundreds of hardware and software things that all talk to each other in their own little ecosystem, really? We're going to use that instead of this fucking awful Web 3.0 thing I conjured together with nothing but a box of scraps. And I was like, you know what? Those people probably are right. And then I bought an Apple Watch, and I was like, dude, it's kind of sick. And then I bought Apple AirPods, and then I bought subscriptions to Apple Music and Apple Fitness, and I was like, dude, it's kind of they got it figured out over here. Kind of loving it. And then I'm in the car with someone, and I'm like, okay, time to use Apple CarPlay with my Apple iPhone so that I can control my music with Apple Music. And then someone else is like, watch this. And then they like grab their phone while driving and go to like, I don't know, fucking Pandora or some shit. And it's like, here we go, man. Now we're vibing to music. And I'm like, why, man? Why? Why would we do that? Out of curiosity, what was the card formula? I'm just not supporting stuff that invests in Israel. No, I thought it was funny. You're based. Don't think that I'm not. I haven't turned Zionist while I was gone. Don't worry. Even though I went to Zion National Park, it didn't turn me into a Zionist. I don't know the argument from Android to Apple. One's more complex and has ISIS features, and the other's more simplified. Yeah. My old roommate had a Samsung phone. It was pretty chill. But then whenever he needed to do anything, he was like, you did say you were Jewish? Yeah, but there's a lot of Jews that aren't Zionists. I'm not pro-Israel. As a chatter pointed out, I'm not against the idea that the Jews should have somewhere that they stop getting oppressed every like 100 years. That'd be kind of nice, but I don't think that excuses actively genociding a native population. You know what I mean? Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of my hot take, is like, I love my brothers and sisters from the Jewish faith, and I would love for them to have a spot where they would stop getting genocided every 100 years, but that doesn't mean they gotta be the ones doing a genocide. To me, like 2 minutes of processing time. No, I mean, I was just making it was just a bad joke. Nobody uses iMessage here in Europe. We use WhatsApp. Yeah, that's the crazy thing to me, is like everyone uses WhatsApp in like everywhere else in the world. When I was in Hong Kong, they were like, message us, and I was like, oh, how? And they were like, WhatsApp. I was like, I don't even know what that is. My wife is Jewish and is making that same point too. Your wife's based. I mean, honestly, I think a lot of people feel that way. For some reason, a lot of people online are like, every Jew is pro-Zionist and pro-Israel and is a fan of genocide, and I'm like, no, man, that's not true. You're being anti-Semitic in a different way. What the hell is line? Only insecure people make their smartphone OS their personality. I know, it just drives me up the wall, because like I'm like, hello, I like Apple, and then everyone is like, what are you, the fucking dumbest person alive? And I'm like, what do you mean? It's a perfectly fine thing. It gets the job done. Wish I could say I heard differently in some Canadian chats I was in. Holy hell. What? What's going on in Canadian chats? The Canadians aren't just like, how's the weather today? Hey, you went to Timmy Hortons today? Oh, sorry. I don't care what phone I use, I just take photos of stuffed animals and check email. Holy shit, you're just like me for real. I have so many pictures on my phone of Subby. I have like a photo of like all of my stuffed animals strapped into the passenger seat of my car. It is so cute. They're so cute. Oh. Anyway. I'll definitely get sense about YouTube for some of the stuff I heard. That's sad. I didn't think, I mean, it's always the people you least expect, you know? Was it Quebec? If it was Quebec, I understand. I'd be sad if like my friends in British Columbia were saying shit like that. Some wild hate in support of genocide or keeping people in open air prisons. Oh, I love that, yeah. Yeah. That's sad. It was Quebec. Yes! It's always Quebec, man. It's always Quebec. Yes! People from Petawawa. I don't know what that is. My Americanism is showing. Sounds like a fun place to say, though. Petawawa. Nova Scotia province. There are provinces in the province? Isn't Nova Scotia a province? Like itself? I'm gonna crash out. Skywalker waypoints are so sad, but everyone is saying 1.21 is the meta. Trailer Park Boys was filmed there? Oh, interesting. Oh, man. It's a funny place to say the name of. Ah, that's what I'm saying. Palawawa. If you say Zionist equals Judaism, Israel propaganda 1. Yeah, but like, there's a lot of people that think that for some reason. Which is sad. Nice way to cheat the sensor. You gotta, you know, what do you call it? It's like the modern problems require modern solutions. There we go. I got there. The other word. Yeah, I imagine anything related to Judaism is going to be heavily censored, given that like you're on the internet. I think 4chan and 30 years of Gamergate discourse and QAnon discourse has kind of ruined Judaism from not being in filters, sadly. Actually, a lot of the Muslim people I know were initially angry at Jewish people as a whole as well, due to the conflation of the two. Yeah, I kind of get that. You know? Also, Paro, make sure you get the Mage Outlaw if you can. Otherwise, do Blade Soul and let me know, so that I can go kill Blade Soul. Okay, good. You got it. I mean, a lot of, like... I get being wary. I get Muslim community being wary. And I think you're gonna find a lot more Jewish non-Zionists not in Israel. Like, I know most of the Israeli people that I know are Zionists, but like that kind of comes with the territory, given that they're like in Israel. Not every Israeli Jew is a Zionist, but I think the odds go up versus a non-Israeli Jew. I know a lot of Muslims in Canada and here in Oregon that have a lot of hate still. Yeah, religion... Yeah, it's sad. I don't know. It's a major religious divide. I know, but it doesn't even make sense. They're all Abrahamic religions. Don't they believe like 90% of the same shit? Generations long. Yeah, I know. You have a good point. It's just sad. Def not 90, but a decent amount. Alright, fair enough. That was kind of a culture shock, was when I was driving through Utah. Every single hotel we stayed at, you know how they always have a fucking Bible in the drawer? So just for fun, I always look at the Bible. And in Utah, it was always Latter-day Saints. And in Colorado, it was always the Book of Mormon. And I was like, damn, man. That's neat. Fair enough, Damien. The latest history and changes that we have documented there is wild. I know! It was so cool. I was just walking, I was like going across the country and it was like, here's a Bible, here's a different Bible, here's a different Bible, here's a different Bible. I was like, damn, man. These motherfuckers all got different Bibles. They got different Bibles. Love talking religion, that's why I became a theology major. It's fair enough. I'm glad you majored in something that you found interesting. I had so many friends in college that majored in shit that they did not find interesting. It's a touchy subject for a lot. Yeah, I would imagine. It's kind of like their whole life or whatever. Yeah. Actually, that's a really interesting question that I've just come up with in my own head while just staring at my computer screen. What percentage of like different college majors do you think hated their major? So I think for English majors and theology majors and philosophy majors, I think for the most part, like you're in it because you like the subject. I feel like 40% of engineers hate their lives, I think. I don't think they were doing it because they liked it. I hate 2 of my majors, I have 3. Damn, I only got 2. You got 3. Which ones, may I ask? You don't have to share it with me, but a lot of people hate their majors. Yeah, but like definitely engineering. Yeah, I think a lot of engineers are like, I'm in engineering because I want to make a lot of money at one point in my life. And I see this as a way of doing it, or at least that was my experience talking with a lot of engineers. But the more like, my sister's an English major, she loves it. I was a math major, most of the math majors liked it. They go into it for financial gain, not because they enjoy the subject entirely. Yeah. Mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, classics. The first 2 I do well in, but just don't find them fun. That makes sense. Damn, mechy and electrical engineering. think with math and theology, especially, there's a level of autistic love for knowledge. Yeah, I mean, like that's kind of the point of the exercise, to figure out like what are the reasons why people would enjoy something. And I think to your point, if like you have a lot of neurodivergent people that are like stereotypically going to go into that major, that's probably a lot of people that really enjoy being there. And then to my point, I think if like the major allows for financial gain, or at least is the perception of the allowing for financial gain, then more people are going to go into it without the love of the science, because they're doing it because they want to eventually make money. You know, like I think engineers are definitely prone to the I'm only here for the paycheck mentality. I think maybe business majors as well. Honestly, still don't know what to do. I put down EE, but physics mechanics and physics E&M are kind of equally fun to me. That's an interesting dilemma that you found yourself in. Definitely know 4 engineers that only do it for money. Yeah. There were, I lived with pretty much all engineers. One person that was in biology. She was cool. I don't think she was doing it because she wanted to make money. I think she genuinely very much enjoyed it. Everyone else, though, I think they were there like, I want to eventually get paid enough money to live. Got stuck into engineering because of familial pressure, but I do need money. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't think you're dumb for it. Like, I also got a comp sci degree because, like, I think, you know, I gotta make money. Maybe that's the ticket to do it. But, like, really, I wanted to do the math thing. They bring in bank, I'm a little jealous, but still they hate the field. They're just good at it and went to uni, so it pays. Yeah, there you go. Fuck, dude, so close. What I've experienced, a lot of engineering students are interested in the topic, def in my major, but the hate comes from the difficulty of the major. Interesting. And this is going to sound like I am a mathematics major, so you have to understand, but is engineering difficult? Like, I get that it's a difficult major. It's more difficult than, like, a business degree. Or, like, you know, there's a lot of technical requirements, but, like, I did a math and comp sci major. And, like, looking at the kind of shit my engineering friends are doing, I don't think it was that bad. Like, I kind of did the first 2 years of an electrical engineering degree, and it was kind of chill. Hard part is dealing with the labs. The labs are rough. They take a long time. But it's pretty much just a time investment, I think. Many of the classes are just not doing work. The classes are more difficult if you're not doing the work. That is true. That's a concept that I think it takes a lot of people like maybe 3 years in college to fully grasp. Couldn't handle how much they have to be away from their families, though. Damn. That's rough. Should have gotten into and gotten a degree in mechanical engineering or electrical engineering. It's already something I like doing and messing around with in my free time at home. Yeah, I have a few friends that are electrical engineers, or were studying. One who is now. Shout out them. I see his friend's comp arch class. I think it was like total gibberish to me. I don't think I would have the motivation to try and understand that stuff. Computer architecture is one of the 2 most annoying courses that I had to take for my CS degree. The other one being operating systems. That one was pretty bad too. But like, I don't know. Do you know when next stream is? Probably tomorrow. I don't know. Engineering is obviously like a difficult degree. It's just like the engineers in my house were always complaining about how difficult their degree was, and then I'd look at their homework and I'd be like, brother. We're like barely venturing into ODEs. Barely. The exception is I had a friend who was a nuclear engineer, and that shit sucked. Maybe you're just the GOAT? Maybe, I guess. I don't know. I don't think so. Fair, iced tea. Maybe I should have been an electrical engineer. Nah, I'm just kidding. Whole shop of little gadgets too. Even a BattleBot when I was younger and obsessed with battle robot competitions on TV. That's sick. I think is that engineers either go into the major because they like the subject or the money, not the math. You might be right. Maybe I had like an unfair advantage since I loved the math. When I see an ordinary differential equation, I'm like, sick, I love ODs. And then when an engineer sees it, they're like, fuck, I hate this shit. I gotta pull out a Laplace transform. I'm glad I don't have kids. So true. The other way around, I wanted the math, but family said no. Your family was like, you can't get a math major? I'm so sad. Math is awesome. Math is like the whole thing. Oh. I was smoking that math. I do love math. I do have a degree in mathematics. I am going to get my master's in mathematics and then eventually my doctorate, hopefully. You know, provided that I don't experience any more life setbacks. So I'm already delayed a year. But you know what? You just gotta go with it. You gotta go with the flow. Life comes at you fast. Don't look away. You're gonna crash. And you can't stop the tides even if you try. But brother, you can swim with the waves. Bird just flew right outside my window. Damn, that was cool. I'm gonna crack a joke about me being able to swim, but I'll get reported for being racist. White people can swim. I'm Mexican. Oh, I don't know that stereotype. Sorry. I only went to Racism 101. I didn't get to the upper division classes on racism. Is the stereotype that Mexican people can't swim? Why? Lyra was too woke to pass. That's true. Hey, Larry, back from vacation? I am! I'm back. I'm going on vacation in like 6 days again. I'm vacationing everywhere. But like, That one's less of a vacation. I mean, it is a vacation, but it's, maybe this is going to show that, like, I'm very spoiled. But you know how some vacations are like, we're going to go to a cool place and we're going to do some cool things, and then other vacations are like, we're going to go hang out with grandma because she misses you? This vacation's is the second one. There's a slur that's used towards us because of a river. Oh, the swim across the Rio Grande? That makes sense. Alright. I mean, it doesn't, but, like, I get it now. Alright, Paro, we gotta go and kill another one of the bosses. My grandparents used to live on a lake in Arkansas, so theoretically seeing them should have been cool, but they were kind of assholes, so it wasn't. So you see what I mean. Sorry, I'm trying to parse this person's message, but I think I'm just gonna give up. House on a lake would be awesome. Yeah, I mean, they mostly just wanted to see my mom. They did not give a fuck about my siblings or my dad. Dude, those are my other grandparents. They used to be fucking with me because, like, I was the boy child, and in Judaism, like, the boy child is the important one. So they were kind of like, hey, what's up? And when my sister walked in, they were like, eh. So I guess they'd be kind of disappointed now. My wife dealt with that crap too. Dude, you kind of own them? Yeah, I did kind of own them. You know what, Damien? It doesn't make any sense to me because in Judaism, the boy is the important child, but then the girl is who passes on the Judaism. Because if your mother isn't Jewish and your father is, you're not Jewish. But if your mother is Jewish and your father isn't, then you're Jewish. So, like, why is the boy the important child? She is a brother? Oh, dude. I mean, I can't relate because, like, I was the brother. But, like, looking back, I can talk to you from the eyes of my sister, and it's not fun. One time, this is the funniest story I have from that. It's so backwards. I know. Also, hello, How. I hope you're having fun with your SMP. The thing that is, like, one of the funniest stories. They brought presents. They brought me this gigantic stuffed moose, and they were like, "Look at this. This is a moose. Like, happy whatever." I don't even think it was my birthday. They just stopping by. And then I was like, thank you so much. I love stuffed animals. And then for my sister, they're like, we got you this flag pin. Or sorry, they said, we found this flag pin. And my sister was like, oh, is it like a family heirloom? Like, is it like a special flag pin? And they were like, no, we just found it when we were cleaning. And then they moved on. And I was like, damn, that's brutal, man. Oh, man. Dude, my sister... God. Those grandparents are going to be responsible for a lot of therapy. That's messed up. The other messed up one was... Okay. My parents' anniversary and my sister's birthday were around the same time. So... when we were visiting them in, like, and we were celebrating an event of theirs. Like, we were there for, I don't know, like, I forget what it was, but it was an event of theirs. And so, we were celebrating that. So then we all went over, and then my grandmother said, something like and we're here to not just to celebrate our thing, but also to celebrate another important thing. And my sister said, "My birthday." She was young. She was like 10 or something. And then my grandmother went, "No, your parents' anniversary." I just the no. It's not a good way to play that off. You could have just been like, "That too, 3 things," but instead it was just, oh man. Oh. All right, bye, Paro. My Muslim friends, the daughters are always treated super well, and the sons are kind of told to just go chew on some rocks or something. Really? That's so interesting. My wife's aunt asked me if I was going to convert so when we had children, our kids would be Jewish. I told her I wasn't converting because I'm not religious and we aren't having kids. She screamed, said we couldn't use the family rabbi. Then my wife's mom laughed and said they didn't have a family rabbi. That's crazy. I guess you're right. You know, I was laughing at it earlier about like you got to control what your kids do for your own image, but like it's just so prevalent in society, isn't it? It's interesting. It was so hilarious watching your aunt crumble after that. Yeah, I haven't told a lot of my family members that I'm like not gonna have kids. I just because then I'm gonna get a lot of people saying a lot of things about it. She definitely didn't come to our wedding, even though we did use Jewish themes. Yeah, I just don't get how those people think that they're in the right. You know? Oh shit, private lobby. Like I'm just gonna like you are gonna do this important thing in your life exactly in the way that I think you should do it right now. And then you're like, no, I'm actually like my own person with my own ability to make decisions. And they're like, humph, I will never talk to you again. And they're like, I'm probably morally justified for this. I'm probably in the right. That's crazy to me. Kind of like I wasn't at all respectful of my wife's beliefs. Yeah. I don't know. Am I crazy for thinking like the only reason you should have kids is if you want kids? And if the answer to the question, do you want kids? If your answer was like, I don't know, like maybe you shouldn't have kids. Am I crazy for that? Because it seems to me that all you see is violence on movies and sex on TV, but it seems to me that a lot of the time everyone's like, I'm going to have kids. And then you're like, hey, why? And they're like, that's just what you do, brother. And I'm like, no, it isn't, though. Like, if you don't want kids, you don't have to have kids. Like, it's a hell of a commitment. It's like an 18-year-long commitment minimum. And in reality, it's like a lifelong commitment. Like it's an important decision in your life. I might both don't want kids, so we made sure we can't. That makes sense. We have animal kids as we are animal lovers. Yeah, I mean that's like makes sense to me. I think a lot of people who want kids should also not have kids. Well, that's a separate issue. I want kids one day, but I'm definitely not financially or mentally well off for that yet. That's fair. I mean, like when I was in a relationship, and this was before I had really put a lot of thought into like who I was, because like, you know, even when you're a man in society, you're still subject to society's beliefs. You know, like there's a lot of just like weird ass beliefs that are put onto you if you're a cishet man in the world. And I was on the receiving end of that. So when my ex was like, "Do you want to have kids?" I was like, "I guess," because like that's what you do. You have to have kids. And then, you know, after we broke up and I had a lot of time to think about like who I was and what I was doing. I was like, what the fuck? Why was I thinking that shit? I don't want kids. But it was like, I guess I felt like there wasn't really a choice in the matter. It's just like, well, when you're 24 or whatever, you gotta settle down and have a family now. That's just how it works. Why? Because I said so. That's why. Cat's the solution to everything. That's damn true. That's damn true. Just meow, meow, meow. No, I love my cat. It's what's expected of you. It is what's expected of you. And I think it comes down to a lot of egotistical beliefs. Like, you know, I gotta procreate because my genes are special or whatever. I gotta make sure that they survive. My genes kind of suck ass. You know? I don't know. I want kids someday and to be a good father to them, unlike my father. See, but like that's a good reason to have kids, I think. You want to have kids. You're like, I would like to have kids. I'm going to have kids and I'm going to do it right and I'm going to learn. I mean, everyone fucks up their kids in ways unique to the ways they were fucked up by their parents. It's like, you know, everyone gets fucked up, but like I think that at least you have a good reason. As I'm literally sitting here with my cats, my applehead chihuahua. Hell yes. See, you get it. You broke the cycle though, you know what I mean? Hey, the boss is dead. How was I teleported back? The boss is dead. El jefe es muerto. Like, my rationale for like why do you want to have kids back then was not good. It was not good enough in my eyes now. Either you improve from your bad parents or repeat what they did. That's true. You either fuck up your kids in the same way that your parents fucked you up, or you fuck them up in new and innovative ways. The one article about the elite couples having kids to advance society, and in the photo they look like complete dorks, and of course that's what everyone latches onto. The shit was so hilarious. See, but that's the kind of thing that annoys me. Elon Musk has like 28 kids, and he's a completely ass father to all 28 of them. And the reason he's doing it is because he's like, my genes are superior to everyone's. And I'm like, dude, that's like freaky. It's not a good, that's not good. Me and my wife both have reptile and arachnid habitats not suitable for children. That's kind of sick. Arachnid? Eugenics? I know, man! I know! But it's like eugenics parentheses like positive for some reason. Like so many people are like, dude, that makes sense. Elon Musk should have 100 million kids. And I'm like, what? Do you not realize? Whatever. Just need an audience for my bad dad jokes. It's kind of based. Got a few tarantulas. That's sick. My old roommate had a tarantula. It was kind of neat. I was not fucking with it though. I don't know. Cause like the thing is, someone tells you, they're like, no, the tarantula is like really chill. He's just like really big and fuzzy, but he's not that, like, he's not gonna kill you or anything. But then you look at it and your brain goes like, do not. And that I never got over that one. Don't tell it to the SB players, they slay them. That's true. The tarantula broodfather is not long for this earth. They are, but I don't let mine walk on people. Okay. My brother had a mother-daughter rabbit duo that lived for an absurdly long time, I feel. Damn. Terrified of house spiders, but every single time I see a tarantula, they seem really chill. That's kind of the opposite. Every time I see a spider in my house, I'm just kind of like, you know what? He's probably, like, eating some bugs. I'm not going to fuck with him. The exception is if I'm in the shower and I see a spider in the shower, I'm like, no. Sorry. You broke the rule. Mi casa es su casa, but my shower is not your shower. I know the spider has no idea what line it crossed, and it's kind of unfair, but like, I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. Well, I do, but I follow them. Like 14 or something. 14 is way too much. I'm crashing out to my villager. He ain't giving efficiency 5. That bastard. I have a Goliath bird eater I built an enclosure for. I give her food and water and leave her alone. The enclosure is fully bioactive. That's awesome. I've heard of a Goliath bird eater. Spiders are my bros. They slay mosquitoes for me. I know. I know. When I was in Mammoth Cave, they were like, don't fuck with the bats. They eat mosquitoes. You like the bats. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I do like the bats. 8 or 9. That's still really long for a rabbit. My friend in high school like had a bunch of guinea pigs, and oh my god, those guys are dumb. I went over to his house one time and there were like 20 guinea pigs running around this gigantic structure they had built, and I was like, damn, these guys are dumb. Bats are so chill as long as they don't have rabies. Yeah. That's true. I mean, the park didn't fuck around. They were like, if a bat touches you, please let a park ranger know, and then, like, we'll do something about it. But for the most part, they were like, please don't fuck with the bats. I love the show guinea pigs. They just look like piles of fur. Yeah. That is true. Okay, Paro, I will. If I'm still streaming, I don't know if I will be. If they touch you, then they probably have rabies. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much like everywhere I went though. One time I was in Oahu and I was scubaing with the sea turtles, and they were like, "Don't touch the sea turtles." And I was like, "I won't." They were like, "It's a $15,000 fine if you touch the sea turtle. Do not touch the sea turtle." And then I was scubaing, and then a sea turtle swam right up to me, and I was like, "No, no, no, man. No, no, no." He was like getting right up in my face. I was like, "He knows. He's probably getting paid, to be honest." I was like, this turtle is trying to get the state 15 grand out of me. I avoided him, though. Don't you worry. Do I fish 2 mold fins for daily, or do I go EP? I say do the mold fins. They would have to rope me away from the sea turtle. Hawksbeak turtle is my favorite animal. They were so beautiful. I wanted to touch one so much, but like, I couldn't. I had to respect the wildlife. I was like, you know what? I'm probably going to like kill that sea turtle with some crazy illness if I touch it. I just can't do it. Also, I don't have 15 grand. Love the nails, by the way. Thank you. Thank you so much. I got them done like 4 hours ago. I think they're a little short, but they'll grow. I mean, these aren't acrylics, so... Oh. My lobby dying. Beck and OJK are friends of mine, just so everyone knows. I'm not like egoing them. I mean, I am egoing them, but it's like egoing parentheses in a funny way. I love turtles so much. I have 4, 2 aquatics and 2 tortoises. Tortoises are so cool. My 7th grade biology teacher had a turtle that would walk around the classroom, and it was awesome. I love turtles. And then on Christmas, and I don't celebrate Christmas, but of course the whole world celebrates Christmas. So, you know, when I was in class, she put a Santa hat on his shell, and I was like, that is adorable. An African side neck, a Japanese pond turtle, a leopard foot tortoise, and a red foot tortoise. God damn. Highly fuck with turtles. Dude, turtles are like perfect. They're so good. I have no notes. Whoever made turtles, no notes. You did a great job. Turtles bet they couldn't beat me in a race. I'm so confident they're going to sleep in front of the finish line. You know what? You're bringing up an excellent point. The tortoise and the hare. Everyone has always like the main takeaway of the tortoise and the hare is that like slow and steady wins the race. Brother, the hare won that race. The reason the hare lost wasn't because he was like gonna lose because slow and steady wins the race. It's because he got too confident. He was gloating. He was doing a victory lap while the clock was still running. The real moral of that fable is like don't celebrate too early, which is a good moral. But like, I've gone to the Dallas Zoo like 5 times, and every time I try to go to the tortoise feeding attraction, and every time it was closed. Bro, the universe also fucking hates me when it comes to that shit. I really love botanical gardens. Every time I go anywhere, they're like, by the way, botanical garden is closed. And I'm like, what the hell? You're kind of right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the moral that everyone takes away is slow and steady wins the race is also a good moral. You know, it's kind of like that old Rudyard Kipling quote of like those, he who travels fastest travels alone, but he who travels furthest travels with friends. Aw, fuck. Okay, I'm back maybe? Hello? I don't know when I got cut off, but okay, I'm going to repeat it. I mean, the moral that everyone takes away from the tortoise and the hare of like slow and steady wins the race is also a good moral. It's just not the moral of that story. You know what I mean? Like, that's more like the Rudyard Kipling quote of like, he who travels fastest travels alone, but he who travels furthest travels with friends. Like, that's like slow and steady wins the race, brother. You know, you got to move a little bit slower so you can go a little further. But like, can never get into botanical gardens. Dude, okay. I was in vacation to Dubai, and I was like, I'm going to go check out the botanical garden. It closed the day before I got there. That was sad. When I was in Balboa Park in San Francisco, they closed the botanical garden for renovations. That's sad. When I was in Denver on the road trip, they were like, by the way, we close the botanical gardens on Fridays and no other day. And I was like, oh, of course, because I'm in Denver on a Friday. That makes complete sense. And then when I went to the Atlanta Botanical Gardens, I got in and I was super excited. And then apparently the day before, I got like a really bad sun rash on my elbows and I was crying in pain and I had to leave early so that I could go buy aloe and put it on my elbows. The universe doesn't want me to go to a botanical gardens, man. It does not want me to do it. It's sending me a message every time, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna listen to you. And then it punishes me. It's very sad. I should learn, but I will not learn. I will not learn. Botanical anything sounds fire. I know. I love botanical gardens so much. There's this botanical gardens in Philadelphia. I guess maybe just Pennsylvania at large. I don't know if it's actually in Philadelphia, but it's called Longwood Gardens, and it's so beautiful. And I haven't been there in years because the last time I was in New Jersey and I was like, I'm going to go to the to Longwood Gardens. They were like, by the way, there's an escaped murderer running around the gardens, so they're closed right now. And then it was closed for like 6 days, which included the 5 days I was in New Jersey. I was like, of course, you know, of course. Why wouldn't the botanical gardens be closed? Because of some fucking crazy thing that's happening? Like, it's a running bit. It's a running bit with my family whenever we go on vacation anywhere and there's botanical gardens on the list. We're like, we can't do it. We can't do it. Escaped murder is insane. I know! I know! It was crazy. I'm gonna look it up right now. Longwood Gardens murderer. Yeah, 2023. NBC 10, Philadelphia. Convicted killer caught on camera near Longwood Gardens as search area expands. It's actually some cartoon shit. I know. I know. It was taking every effort of me believing in rehabilitation to not be like, can't you motherfuckers just deal with this problem so I can go to my gardens? I had to be like, you know what? It's a human person. They're dealing with. It's going. I I gotta approach this with more empathy. Me wanting to go see flowers is not a valid reason to like kill someone, but like I was turning Republican. That's all I'm gonna say. I was like, Rare than handle, something like that. I mean, I still haven't dropped handle either, so like, you know. It's not a good reason. I'll put the gun away. Yeah. Me to my therapist. Wait. So I shouldn't. It's also funny as hell to imagine a murderer stalking a botanical garden. He was like hiding in the topiaries. It was so funny. I mean, it wasn't funny. Like, it was a serious thing that the police were dealing with. But like, it was funny, man. Hey, Lara. Hey, Trip. Just gonna start blasting for flowers. Honestly, it's probably like one of the better motives for murder. Nah, probably not. I don't know. I don't like that bit. I said that thinking like maybe this is a bit that I could continue, and I can't do it. Never mind. Pretend I didn't say anything. It's okay. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Like the Lorax who protects the trees or he will break your knees. That's damn true. Maybe they wanted to enjoy the beauty of nature before it gets locked away. Honestly, like, you're not even wrong, man. You're not even wrong. I don't think Longwood Gardens would be able to capitalize on that, though. Be like #1 tourist attraction for escaped convicts. It's a good site before bars. That's true. That's true. Uh-oh. I should have killed another boss. Okay, Magma boss, when you jump into the middle, I'm gonna go kill Mage Outlaw. Cool. Oh, someone's here already. Hey, I'm trying to leave. Hey, I'm trying to leave. I'm trying to leave, man. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. Okay, thanks. Does everyone between 1.5 actually feel so good for coal, but SkyBlock or waypoints are centuries behind coal weight and technology? It does suck. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh my god, people are not fucking with the magma boss, man. Sorry, I was deep in thought there. What's going on? Oh, hey, Lucy joined. The GOAT! The GOAT of resource pack makers. I gotta go in like 10 minutes, by the way. I'm sad about it too. I would have liked to finish Magma Boss Bestiary, even though it's like 3 more hours of this, but like... Tomorrow I'll finish it though. How old is your profile? 4 years, 8 months. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, I've been playing for a while. It's curious because the idea of having almost everything done with the game is so crazy to me. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long road, but we're almost done. 308 XP remain. Such a vast game. I know, it's a lot to do. There is a lot to do. What will you do after? I don't know. Probably play some dungeons. I've been missing it a little bit. But don't tell Lucy. Or play some other games. You get to watch me play a game that I'm not good at. Well, I'm not good at this one, but I'm decent at it. Watch me play a game that I'm like really bad at. Like Celeste or something. Meow 5, OMG. Meow 5! Mlem 5. You know Mlem? Where did you... Excuse me. What is bro doing? Laughing, crying emoji. Bro really thinks he can fly or whatever. Whatever. I don't know. They don't pay me to be funny. They don't pay me at all. But yeah, I don't know. I'll do other shit that I find fun. But it's gonna be a while before I max. I still got garden ahead of me. I still gotta finish these bestiaries. You know, like it'll be a while. 2 days ago I hit the SkyBlock lottery. Really? What happened? Recommendations. As long as you don't play some dreaded multiplayer game, I'm probably gonna watch it. I don't really like multiplayer games so much nowadays. I don't know. I get upset playing them, and I don't like being upset. Like Valorant or League? Yeah, I definitely get upset playing those games. My old roommate, Dylan, he could pause, forfeit match, back to main menu, quit game, quit back to desktop. He could do all of that in League in like half a second. He would just be like... And then he'd be gone. And I'd be like, damn, man, he's got that muscle memoried. You could do it on Minecraft, too. He would, like, fail a parkour jump occasionally, and then he would escape, disconnect, cancel back to main menu, quit game back to desktop. And I was like, damn, he's got that on muscle memory, too, man. He's made rage quitting a science. They're pretty boring because it's really repetitive. Well, like, Dungeons is really repetitive, and I find a lot of fun in that. It's just, like... I don't have a lot of fun in games. I like team competitive games I don't find very fun. It's very stressful for me because I feel like I need to like do well because I'm on a team and I gotta do well, but then I also feel like occasionally I can just get fucked because my team isn't doing very well. You know? So then it's like it's stressful in two ways. It's like I gotta be really good, but then also like if my teammates aren't really good, there's nothing I can do. In SP you have the choice to do different repetitive stuff? I guess so. But just normal Minecraft? I haven't played regular Minecraft since like 1.7. I don't even know what I'd do. What do you do in Minecraft nowadays? You mine for the diamond? You can space out? That's true, it's a lot less stressful. Because like in dungeons, like if you fuck up, you're like, whatever. Worst that happens, I get ignored added by some random person in Party Finder that I don't know. Or more often, like, the run is 5 seconds slower. Whoops. And then we all move on. You play an MC mod pack? It's true, I could. What are good mod packs nowadays? Is Feed the Beast still a thing? It's the only one I know, really. Someone panicking when it happened because they would have gotten wiped. I got a game breaker from a dupe that was as rare as getting striked by lightning. What? Damn. Game breaker is sick. Congrats. Hate that in Dungeons too when others like leave or complain so much, like when others die. Like, have we not learned that people make mistakes? I mean, that's the thing, is like 2 billion spider essence was wild. That's crazy. And I'm not going to be able to kill this magma boss in time. I mean, the thing is, like, a lot of Dungeons players have like a stick up their ass. A lot of them think they're M7 mains, but they're hard stuck in F7 because they can't play M7 because they're not good enough at cheating. Like, cheating requires skill. And they make it your problem. 2.21 trill net worth for real, get rich quick card. 2 bill spider essence. God damn. That is why I don't think I'll ever finish F7 M7 collection. That's why it's still one of the few things remaining on mine. Finish the mold fin's gonna go eep now. Good night, iced tea. It's crazy because I didn't realize it happened until an hour or two later whenever I checked my essence. Damn. That's crazy, just stumbling onto like... It's a pretty crazy thing to stumble upon. Oh shit, I gotta go. Spent 4 to 6 hours as #1 net without any repercussions. Holy shit. That's kind of sick. Alright, after this boss, I'm gonna go. Honestly, super chill stream. I try my best. I try my best to make it chill, you know? I just kind of yap, just kind of talk. Definitely subbing. Thank you, thank you. I'll be streaming tomorrow, I imagine. Wasn't planning on spending my day like that, but I'll take it, I guess. Hope to see you streaming tomorrow. I will be streaming tomorrow. I'll be finishing magma bosses tomorrow, and maybe bogged as well. But I don't wanna bite off more than I can chew. Okay, there we go. 32 more magma bosses tomorrow. That's like 2 to 3 hours, and then we're done. We're done with magma bosses. Then I do bogged. Hopefully these hummingbirds fill while I'm offline. And then I can max this. That's another 10 XP. We're rolling in it. We're rolling in it. Alright. Hopefully by the time I die, they make it so that I can RNG meter fucking... What do you call it? Primordial Eye. Anyway. Cookies moment for bits. I have 105k active bits. I'm good on that for a while. I don't want to spend more money on bits. I don't wanna. Or on cookies. I don't wanna. Alright. Bye, everybody.